Well, hello everyone. My name is Hutchinson. I'm an ESL teacher and I'm a member of the Camonclass team. Now, in this series of videos, we're going to focus our attention on public speaking, the art of public speaking. We'll find out why it's important, how we can develop that skill, and really how we can overcome our fear of speaking in public. Now, when it comes to public speaking, what is it really all about? Well, public speaking has to do with speaking in front of a live audience. Now, this audience can be large or small, and it can make up a number of different types of people. Now, it's good to understand that we can overcome our fear of public speaking. A number of people are deathly afraid of it. In fact, in one recent survey, it was said that people fear public speaking more than they do death. So a lot of people get very nervous, but don't be afraid. Again, this is something that we can all learn. Now, think about this scenario. Let's say that your boss or maybe your teacher or your professor, they approach you and they give you an assignment. They say they want you to give a speech or a presentation on a particular subject. Now, what do? How do you approach the material? Well, what types of things are you going to say? So this is really something that will come up in your professional career or in your academic career. It's good to be prepared for it. So first, let's talk about what we're going to say. Well, if we're going to understand what we're going to say, we have to understand who we're speaking to. Who's our audience? Are they going to be familiar with the material? Are they going to understand what we're talking about? Make the material easy to understand. Make it something that's going to be interesting to them. So keep your audience in mind before developing the material. Next, we need to really think about the information. What about the material? We have to be very familiar with the material we're speaking about. If we're familiar with the material, we're going to know it inside and out. That means we're thoroughly familiar with all of the aspects of the subject that we're speaking on. If we're familiar with the subject, this is going to help us to have in mind any possible questions that might arise when giving the presentation. Perhaps you'll take questions. We have to be ready for that. But if you know the material, you'll be well prepared. And that really leads us into our next point. Don't follow a script. This is a very important point. If you follow a script word for word, we write out everything that we're going to say. If we write it up that way and we give the presentation, well, if we skip a part, then this is going to throw us off. We're not going to understand what we're going to say next, and we're going to be stumbling over our words. Now, the audience is immediately going to lose respect for us as a speaker if we're fumbling over our notes, unsure of what we're going to say next. So it's very important that we don't write out a script. So what do we write out? Well, it's important that we work off of an outline. Now, what is an outline? An outline is a bulleted list of all the main points that we're going to discuss in our presentation. Now, we'll have our main points highlighted, usually about 4 or 5. And underneath each main point, we're going to have subpoints underneath that are going to really expound upon or add extra information about each of those main points. Then we're going to conclude. When we conclude, we're going to briefly summarize each of the main points that we highlighted and then just round it out with a conclusion as to why this information is important or valuable for the listener. So just make sure we go over those main points in the body and in the conclusion to summarize. If you go over all of that information, you'll be well prepared to give this public speaking presentation. Now, this is really just a way of introducing the art of public speaking. Just some basic information that will help you to be better prepared to develop the art of speaking in public. I hope you've enjoyed this video, this short introduction. The videos to follow will really expound upon or really talk more about other aspects of developing the art of public speaking. So thanks for watching, and be sure to visit us at Camonclass.com if you'd like to book a session or if you'd like further information. I'm Aaron Hutchinson, and thanks a lot for watching.